Hello, hello, hello. I'm Dustin Duran, and welcome back to The Outer Worlds. I am still recovering from a bit of a cold, so gonna sound a little bit stuffy. Hopefully it's not too annoying. But as we get back into this, it seems like the game is now completely opening up. We'll start off, I'll finish talking with the companions on the ship, and then we'll take off, I guess, to the Groundbreaker. I've said this before, that I like to explore. I like to do all the side stuff before the main mission. So, I don't even know if it's going to let me go someplace else. I might do that. We'll see how it all plays out. Anyways, let's get into it. Alright, we're back in it. Let's finish talking with our companion buddies here. Did I finish?
As always, I am at your disposal. Anything you'd like to discuss?
I like to know something about those I'm flying with. What's your story?
Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just your run-of-the-mill vicar with a violently enthusiastic disposition.
Violently enthusiastic disposition?
That's what my parents called it. I grew up in a pit of a town, much like Edgewater. I was destined to be a laborer like my parents, but I was infected early with a need to solve the equation. My passion didn't sit well with them.
Why were you so passionate about it?
My parents, ironically. They internalized the precepts of scientism like no one I've ever known. They had a pure faith, a faith that brought joy to them regardless of the situation. I envied that. I wanted that peace. I thought if I became a vicar, I could find it. Or at the very least, find out why I lacked it.
But weren't they proud when you became a vicar, at least?
They thought I was fighting the plan, should have accepted my lot. Some people pursue the clergy for power, prestige, but that was not me.
Actually, yeah, I kind of need a refresher. Tell me about the plan again.
The simple version is this. The force which we call the Grand Architect created the universal equation that underlies and defines everything in the universe. Everything flows from the equation, or in layman's terms, the grand plan. Is the Grand Architect a consciousness? A natural force? Did it create the equation on purpose? The answers to these questions don't really matter. The equation, the plan, is all that matters. Contentment is found by accepting one's role in the plan.
If you can't help but follow the plan, then everything you do is part of it, right?
The plan is not one rigid path. There are a variety of multitudes contained within it. Our paths have variance, but we'll end up adhering to it, whether we like it or not. Some choices make the path smoother, some rougher. You can even go outside the lines, but the further outside you go, it's like an unbreakable elastic band. It will only stretch so far before it snaps back. The further it is stretched, the more violent the eventual correction.
Seems quite trusting of you to just sign on without knowing anything about me.
I have run headlong into too many walls in my pursuit of the truth. This book is my last hope, and you were my only hope of getting it translated.
What if the book doesn't have the answers you're looking for?
I honestly don't know what I'd do. This quest has consumed me for the better part of my life. I fear there's nothing else left to me. What about you? What's your story?
I mean, we could kind of break the fourth wall here. I guess he is actually on an adventure, but I mean, that's why I'm playing this game. Good adventure story. Let's just tell the truth, though. I was a colonist on the Hope. A scientist named Wells saved me.
And how did he do that?
Seems kind of weird to say he stole my body. I guess he kind of did. I guess he stole my body from the Hope at the edge of the colony and thawed me out.
Well, you do seem different than every other colonist. Let's pretend for the moment I believe you. What are you going to do now?
I'm helping him recover more of the chemicals he needs to save the rest of the colonists.
That seems a dangerous proposition. Why risk your life now that it's been returned to you?
I don't know. I mean, do I have family on the Hope? I don't know. Do I have friends on the Hope? I don't know. Let's just go with that. I don't know.
Fair enough.
Okay. Tell me again about the book we picked up that's in French.
Baconu, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist school of thought, so the book is banned in this colony.
Alright, I guess we're done. Okay. Oh. Alright, hurt myself. Oh. Okay, acrophobia. After repeatedly falling from great heights, you no longer function well when the ground is far beneath you. Phobic. Dexterity -1, perception -1, temperament -1. That seems terrible. Let's not. These flaws kind of do make a whole new way you can play the game. It'd be pretty interesting to play a game where, or do a playthrough where you accept every flaw. Especially, too, with this 5% damage per flaw. Now, I think there's a bunch of stuff on the terminal. Oh, God, yeah. Wingman was his nickname, huh? Oh, I forgot to mention in my previous message. Silly me, I'm mailing you a copy of my favorite serial, The Space Adventures of Singularity Steel. It's about a dashing space pirate with a hound of, well, steel. It's not exactly board approved, so don't you go showing it around to your spacer buddies. I hope it will amuse you while you're out adventuring. Any similarities to a certain someone are entirely intentional. Okay. I can't tell you how pleased I am to finally hear from you. Your message was hilarious. I'm delighted by your sense of humor and tale of your hijinks. I hope your terminal will cooperate for this foreseeable future. By the by, I am scraping Groundbreaker's comms network for tasty little tidbits, and I noticed you declined to dock at Edgewater's landing pad and instead touched down in the wilderness. You rugged individualist, you. I only pray that idiot Thompson wasn't giving you any trouble. Anyway, I hope your meeting down on Terra 2 proves fruitful, and I look forward to corresponding with greater regularity. Alright. I don't know where you were raised, but I'd hazard to guess it may have been a barn, because anyone with even a modicum of decent rearing would know it's unforgivably rude to ignore the ardent, sincere messages of one's friend. Udom, please respond. Okay. Hello. Hope this finds you well. It was a pleasure to see you in my office again last week. Once again, I'm terribly sorry about the impounding mix-up. How could it have happened a second time? Terminals these days, I swear. Dreadfully unreliable. Haha, just like your ship. I hope you've given some thought to the things that we discussed. You know about the Wells fellow. I'm so sorry to press, but I have the strangest tickling feeling that you really do know him. And if you could just tell me where he is, well, it would be marvelous for our friendship, wouldn't it? Looking forward to seeing you, wingman. Okay, this dude's a little off. Hello, Udom here. Udom Bedford. We met when I accidentally impounded your ship. My silly fat fingers embarrassing me once again. I hope that wasn't too terribly inconvenient for you. It was such a pleasure for me. and I tremendously appreciate your forbiddance in not throttling me. You really are quite the gentleman. If you're ever in Groundbreaker's airspace, well, space, please don't hesitate to look me up. The Lost Hope serves Spectrum vodka. Perhaps we could try every color. You know, really tie one on. Let me know. Okay, so I think these were in backwards order, but... Okay. Oops. Sent messages. To him. Look, there's no call for shouting. My terminal was busted. Had a few too many. I might have knocked it off the desk. You know how it is. Sometimes you just gotta cut loose. I'm not telling you where Wells is, so lay off. Buy me a drink at the Lost Hope next time I'm in, and I might forgive you. Alright, so, yeah. Hawthorne, wasn't too excited about this guy either. A shrink ray. A shrink ray, you say? Note to self, remember this later. No better. Ada, remind me weekly to check this log until I tell you to stop. Yes, I mean continually. No, Ada, not if I'm dead. Why would you even ask me that? Back to my point. I saw in actuality, with my own 2 eyes, a sublimely powerful weapon in Wells' lab, just sitting there for the taking. If the gray hair were to look away, or forget about it, maybe. Or, if I had asked a smidgen more nicely, he called it a shrink ray, but wouldn't let me test that claim after I lost my temper. Said he was inspired to create the thing by the achievements of other scientists who dared to push the boundaries of human knowledge and decency laws. I heard rumors of fantastical weapons like this, weapons that push the boundaries of the mind and science's cutting edge, but I figured they were just stories, to be honest. Laying eyes on Wells' shrink ray firsthand is enough to make a fella wonder if there's more to the rumors. More to be had. Age. Hammer power. Last time I got sloshed. I mean, I was abiding at the Lost Hope on the Groundbreaker. Look, Udom was really free with the drinks. He seems like an okay fella. I shamelessly, but subtlety, eavesdropped on 2 Mardets, yammering on about a mad scientist some years back who'd claimed he'd made a huge discovery that would change the fate of the colony. Like none of us had heard that one before. But here's the good part. The Mardets said the mad scientist kept yelling about the hammer's power, or something similar. A strange weapon with a special power created by a crazy lab coat. Sure fits the bill. Could be another one of the weapons that inspired Wells. Okay. This is like leads to unique weapons, I guess? Black market leads. Why won't Wells give me the shrink ray? Blast him to the depths of the labyrinth on Tartarus and back. Let the record show I did apologize for shouting him down 5 times. But Architect be damned. It's just sitting there, neglected and gathering dust. I should have commandeered it and thanked him without permission or breaking expensive equipment. When he said it wasn't ready yet, and that even if it were, he couldn't entrust it to someone like me. What does that even mean, I ask? That I'm not trustworthy enough? That I'd use it to wipe out the good, hard-working folks of the colony like some sort of moralist psycho? I'll admit to maintaining some questionable associates, but I follow a strict code of me, myself, and mine. What's not to respect in that? Exactly. Now I have to wait until Wells forgets, or thinks he's misplaced it. In the meantime, I've been tracking down additional rumors pertaining to others of these science weapons throughout Halcyon. Okay, so these are the specific science weapons that I was noticing, I think in the perks. If gossip holds true, my next step will be to check with the black market merchants on the Groundbreaker and in Fallbrook. Alright. Noted. Sam. Hello, Sam. First Sam result. Do not forget you found a discarded sanitation and maintenance automechanical in Emerald Vale's scrap heap during your last job. It should not be too difficult to get up and running. With a few key modifications, I can envision a combat-capable variant. Some might say a clean, mean, killing machine. Should be fun. I like it already. Second Sam result. Removal of factorial standard part Suds Streeper was successful. Delivery of combat modified replacement part Acid Steeper has been delayed. Progress setback is estimated now to be a solid 3 months. Not like I have more pressing matters to attend to. But I do. Third SAM result. Oh. Okay. I'm giving up hope on the delivery. The part is lost in transit, and it's not turning up anytime soon. But good news. I heard from a fellow who knows a gal who knows the broker who overcharged me for the information regarding the location of an acid steeper I can filch. The part was sent to an old storage facility on Roseway. I sure never thought I'd go back to that pit. Good thing Auntie abandoned it years ago. I'll pick it up following this next pit stop. Back to Emerald Vale. Wells wants me to chaperone some person of interest. Details to come later. A storage facility in Roseway, huh? Off we go. Actually. Oh. Okay. Welcome to the system map. Here you can see all the planets in the system, as well as some special points of interest that you may have discovered. You can fly your ship to any location that you have unlocked, though some landing bays require special codes and keys before they allow you to land there. Moving between planets is considered extremely dangerous, and all employees are encouraged to remain home or at work. Thank you.
Welcome back, Captain.
Hi.
How can I be of assistance?
I wanted to see if you had anything more to say. Know anything about the automechanical gathering dust in the janitor's
The
closet?
unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it, but I've never seen it up and running. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for SAM to properly operate.
Already did. I'm in the mood for some entertainment.
Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear?
Tell me a joke.
I used to hate math, but then I realized decimals have a point.
Her face. She's so happy with that joke. Play my favorite
Now
song.
playing a Spacer's Choice advertisement jingle.
That is my favorite song.
Not the best choice. It's Spacer's Choice.
I don't... Yeah, that's not my favorite song.
Everyone in Halcyon is contractually obligated to label this or another board-certified jingle their favorite song.
Okay. Okay.
As you wish,
enough.
Captain. I must comply with all direct orders.
Yes. What are we talking
I
about?
have lots of minutes. Many minutes. Unlimited minutes, perhaps. Providing an adequate power source, I can function indefinitely.
I see. What if you don't have a power source?
I prefer to think of it as being in a state of slumber, perhaps for an indefinite duration of time. Do you think that is what it's like for the colonists on the Lost Hope?
I guess so.
When I simulate myself in such a scenario, I do not find it to be desirable. I think my self-preservation protocols incline me to desire the alternative.
Yeah, I'll just bet they do.
Fortunately for you, I am similarly programmed to protect the ship's captain and crew.
What about your last captain? Do you miss him? Or is one captain the same as another?
Do you know what it feels like when the ship undergoes an unexpected power surge? A jolt to the system. I have felt that. I do feel that. As you may be aware, Captain Alex Hawthorne was a smuggler of some repute. I failed to predict the likely outcome of his reckless behavioral patterns. I should have predicted that. In our travels together, Alex liked to pass time by, as he called it, tinkering to improve my design.
Have there been other captains of the ship?
If you mean, was Captain Hawthorne my first? Yes, he was.
Okay.
How can I be of assistance?
I'd like to learn more about the colony.
What part of the colony would you like to discuss?
Okay, Phineas's orbital lab.
Ah, yes. As Dr. Wells is a wanted outlaw, he built his laboratory into an asteroid. Orbital destinations can be challenging to land on. His more so than most.
What do you know about Phineas?
There is a bounty on his head, one with a markedly high reward amount. Shall I engage the laser weapons system?
I feel like... I mean, I want to say this. I hope you hear my sarcasm. Make it so, Ada.
I shall happily comply with your order, just as soon as we have a laser weapons system.
Come on. Why'd you say the landing might be rough?
The outlaw scientist known as Dr. Phineas V. Wells has taken a measure of precautions to make the lab undetectable to those hunting him. Even knowing the location, my systems resist my orders to go where I instruct them.
The Groundbreaker.
We're cleared to dock with the Groundbreaker if that's your desired destination.
Probably.
Before going there, please be sure all docking forms have been filed in triplicate and fees have been paid. The Mardettes take their docking laws quite seriously.
That could be an issue. You can take care of that for us, right?
I can, yes. Let me add that to my list of 1,435,498 tasks I am simultaneously executing in order to run our ship.
Okay. Oh, and do it without the lip.
Order does not compute. Nevertheless, I will endeavor to execute my current and future tasks without lip.
Thank you. Well, give me the spiel on the Groundbreaker.
The Groundbreaker was Halcyon's original colony ship.
I see.
It has since been repurposed as a service station in the Lagrange point of the system. Freighters often deliver or pick up goods from the Groundbreaker en route to other destinations. The city ship hosts an array of cargo bays, factories, housing sections, and more. Many of Halcyon's companies maintain office spaces with station representatives in what is considered a truly neutral territory within the system. I have filed the required docking forms in triplicate, and fees have been paid.
I don't even know these two. Alright, Terra
Where
2.
in Terra 2?
Okay. I guess that's the galaxy we're in. Terra 2? Universe? Something? Solar system? Emerald Vale and Edgewater.
Edgewater is the sparkling county seat of Emerald Vale, or it was when first built. Since then, neglect and time have worn away her shiny veneer. The town is near the coordinates where Captain Hawthorne died. It would not be unfortunate if something, like say a plague, were to wipe Emerald Vale from the face of the planet.
What do you think of the townspeople?
You mean the ones who did not answer my distress call with medical assistance, but instead came to issue my injured captain a parking ticket? I'm sure they are wonderful humans who don't deserve to be wiped out by starvation or a devastating plague.
I like Ada. Monarch.
Where in Monarch?
I don't know. Do I know these places? Stellar Bay.
Monarch. The armpit of the Halcyon system.
Alright.
Her last functioning port town is Stellar Bay. Well, that is if you don't count Sublight's Smuggler's Port at Fallbrook.
Why is Monarch being blockaded?
I believe it has something to do with the planet being an uninhabitable wilderness and a lawless land with no corporate presence. You may wish to survey the residents in Stellar Bay for additional data points.
Smuggler's Port?
It's Sublight run for the purpose of shipping contraband, and before you ask, I don't know the coordinates, so I can't dock us there.
Alright, how about Cascadia?
Warning. All colonists are urged to reconsider travel to Cascadia due to infestation of mantisaurs and risk of indefinite detention or death.
Oh god, I just noticed her face. Jesus. Any people live in Cascadia aside from marauders?
There are no people aside from marauders in Cascadia. There is only death.
Okay. What's the local
The
report?
local report is that you will very likely die if you leave Cascadia's landing pad.
Jesus, lady. Why? Sounds dangerous.
This is one of those times where you say one word but really mean another, isn't it? I suppose you would find an environment like this fun.
Yes, probably. Alright. Let's check out this map. Okay, so yeah, we don't even have to go to the Groundbreaker. Oh, we can actually go to... Oh, this is Terra 2. What the... Okay. So this is just one solar system then, apparently. I'm pretty sure that there'd probably only be one, maybe two planets that could be inhabited in a single solar system. Oh, and we can... Okay. We can select different places. Oh! No, never mind. I cannot go there. We can go to Monarch, though. And we can go to Scylla. Yeah, I guess that's how it's pronounced. Scylla. Scylla. Little Scylla. Actually, Scylla's more fun to say, so I'm going to call it Scylla. Alright, we'll just go to the Groundbreaker.
Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
Oh, there we go. Nice. This reminds me of the Old Republic. Star Wars The Old Republic. You take your ship, and that shows you the planet where you're about to land on. I like that game, by the way. As MMOs go, that probably has the best leveling experience, I think. And that is exactly how the Star Wars stories...
Can we talk?
Okay, hold on. I'm talking about Star Wars. That is exactly how the Star Wars story is supposed to go. That's a great Star Wars story. The Old Republic. Alright, we'll talk. What do you want?
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson?
Okay. How do you even know? How do you even know that this place is dumb? You haven't even been there. Or have you? I don't know. Maybe he has? I haven't. What about her?
I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff.
Okay. Okay. I mean, we're probably not gonna go there immediately, but...
Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
Let's go. Oh, that's cool. Okay. So, I guess there's 6 companions. Alright.
Captain. Hey, Captain. I'm in space. I never thought I'd be able to say that.
Yes, you are. Hello, Jane.
Just checking your ship's manifest. Standard procedure. Welcome to Groundbreaker, by the by. Don't mind the heat. Got a few days before it reaches critical. I'm sure Miss Chief Tennyson will get it sorted before then.
Okay.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses. He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little back bay brat, I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
I don't have time for this. I need a drink.
Hello?
Going for a stroll around the docking base?
Yep. I noticed you were in the middle of an argument, 5 seconds ago.
Sure was. Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once. Between you and me, I was hoping they'd come to fisticuffs.
Full fisticuffs. Heard you knock someone out with a tossball stick.
The guy insulted my Rizzo's Rangers, alright? You can't just insult my Rangers and expect to get away with it.
Okay.
So, of course, I decked him with a tossball stick. I mean, what am I? Some kind of fair-weather fan?
Right. What exactly did you do?
Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting.
And that's when you resolved your differences like an adult, right?
That's when I broadsided him with a tossball stick. Yeah. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation.
Got any plans?
Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do. Hey,
Are you a companion?
But I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it?
Yes it is. Technically, the previous captain died in a horrible accident.
So your ship's got a
Totally
dark and
not my
violent
fault.
history? This is just too perfect.
Yep,
Hey,
companion.
I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, you in a hurry to get somewhere?
Oh, not at all. Just, you know, gonna figure out what to do next. See you around, boss.
What? You're gonna smuggle yourself onto my ship.
Going
No.
for a stroll around the docking base?
No. You have to ask first. You can be a companion, but you have to ask. You will not smuggle yourself onto my ship. Are you listening? You listening to me? He's gonna smuggle himself. Stevedore?
Careful where you smoke. The crew bills us for air filtration.
Ew. Okay. Hello, who are you? Stevedore. Wanted. Phineas. For various crimes and violations of board policy, including any and all of the following: sedition, forgery, conspiracy, conspiracy to commit conspiracy, unlicensed medical practice, destruction of board
I
property.
wonder what that fella did to get the board so wild at him.
McRed. Gunnar McRed. For several counts of public intoxication, destruction of groundbreaker property, unpaid docking fees, and resisting arrest. Contact Commandant Sanita if you have any information concerning McRed's whereabouts. Failure to report a tip may result in imprisonment and a fine. Proof of kill required to collect reward. Alright. Corporal Leonard Wheeler.
Identification, please.
So if I just say my name, he's probably still going to want an ID. And then if I give him Hawthorne's ID, is he going to say, wait, you said your name was something else? Let's try it.
You've got a ship, but you've never visited Groundbreaker. You must have just dusted off from one of those dirt-side outposts.
Sure did. And now we're in space.
Well, welcome to Groundbreaker. I'm sorry to tell you this, but I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
Well, isn't
what?
this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably.
Okay, how do I get this resolved?
You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford,
Oh my
our
god.
board representative here on Groundbreaker.
Udom.
His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it.
Any idea why my ship was impounded?
Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be
Right.
mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important.
Alright, I'll talk
You
to him
take
and
the
straighten it
starch
out.
out of him, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor?
Oh my god, what? Okay.
Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it.
For
A
shipment?
handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling.
Right.
Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with?
I guess not. Maybe, okay, apparently there is. Looking for someone named Gladys.
The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly.
What can you tell me about Udom?
He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get the sense he doesn't care for Groundbreaker much. Not that he would, being a board man and all. He's our liaison.
So there's tension between Groundbreaker and the board?
They can't abide an independent township, especially not one they gotta depend on. We're the first and last stop out of this colony. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top in manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them.
Yeah, can they? Can you guys just work together?
This really must be your first time here. There's no working with the board. They don't share, not bits, people, or resources. You work for them, or you don't work at all. Groundbreaker cooperating now would be tantamount to joining their ranks, and we sure as shit ain't about to do that.
All right. Let's just say it's complicated.
Sounds like, yeah. But from where I sit, it's all coming through loud and clear. They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new Groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The board wouldn't do that. Would they?
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But whether you allow that is up to you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we make do all right. So far, anyway.
The board runs most of the system, don't they?
Yep. Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing base. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews this year.
All right, thanks for the info.
Sure thing.
Can I find a job?
Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. Two biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though.
What if it's more
Commandant
local?
Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. She'll be at the security desk behind me. Chief Junlei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. You'll find her in engineering.
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they're real twisty and weird. In a good way.
Long term?
If you're thinking to make a career here, don't waste your time. Full-time jobs on Groundbreaker tend to be inherited, or go to a fellow crew member's kid. Keep it in the family, you know.
How does Halcyon Holdings work?
Are you pulling my leg?
No.
You must be one of them long-haul freighters from outside the colony. Well, I won't hold it against you. Goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be were selling off stakes in distant star systems they thought had potential. A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, then buy up the rights to this here colony. That group's what we now call the board.
So there's actually a boardroom somewhere with all these company heads in it?
Sitting around drinking whiskey and smoking cigars, yeah, probably. Can't say for sure, of course. Doubt I'll ever see the inside of it myself.
What do you know about Sublight Salvage?
They strip the parts from derelict ships and abandoned outposts. There's some that say they make the derelicts and encourage folks to abandon their steads. Sublight gives me the creeps. I've known folks who went to work for them and just vanished. They're on the promenade run by a woman named Lilia Hagen. I'm only telling you so you know to avoid them.
I didn't think there were many independent operators in the system.
Relative to the board holdings? Not really. But there's a few with the means to go where they will. They aren't rich, but they aren't likely to look too close at your work history either.
All right.
Be seeing you.
I think I could find the bar. That must be the security. Oh. Quest objective requires you to enter a restricted area. If caught inside, you will be shot on sight. Using a disguise will prevent immediate hostilities.
This is
okay.
it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the scholar shipped in and out with.
Okay.
I picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
Here we go again. No one lives on Monarch. It's a wasteland. You were hearing things.
What
No,
kind
seriously.
of goggles is that?
There was a lot of static at first, but then this voice said his name was Graham?
Graham, right. Broadcasting on a dead world full of monsters. Now I've heard everything.
You know, it takes more muscles to frown than to smile.
Who told you that? Graham?
Mardette ID
Asshole.
cartridge, huh? Okay. You have found an ID cartridge to use with the holographic shroud. You will now be automatically disguised when entering the associated restricted area. Okay, automatically. That's nice. Can I, Man, why can't I just take their stuff? Everything would be so much easier. Oh, hello.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection.
Right.
Canyons of acid and sulfur rain are the least of the horrors plaguing the surface of Monarch. Anarchists live as one with the animals, lost, savage, and unemployed.
Rest and go keycard.
The board's embargo ensures that nothing can leave the planet and threaten our hardworking citizens.
I need to remember that that's there.
You've been listening to Halcyon
So
News. Your
that's
mandated
something I
duty
might
as a good citizen of
actually want
Halcyon.
to steal. What is this? Chairman salutes Earth Minister Clark. Chairman Rockwell took time out of his busy schedule today to talk to us about Minister Clark and his impact on the colony. Working with Minister Clark has been truly wonderful these past 8 years, he said. His predecessor did a fine job, but Clark's brilliance cannot be overstated. The early retirement program is just the latest in a long line of initiatives he has spearheaded that will ensure Halcyon continues to be the envy of all the outer colonies. We couldn't agree more, Mr. Chairman. Okay. Media circus surrounds circus time clowns. Okay. The politics of Tossbell have grown increasingly turbulent of late, with circus time clowns trading out every single member of the team. Asked to comment on the upheaval, the Owners' League released a statement saying that the clowns' failure to reach the finals was a deciding factor in their organizational rearrangement. When questioned about the values of this overhauled team, a representative from the clowns stated that their goals remain the same as ever. Toss, ball, win, repeat.
Hi there. Haven't seen you around before. What can Groundbreaker Security do for you today?
I mean, the security. I think I know what they do.
Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty posting, I must kindly ask you to clear out. The Mardette's offices aren't for leisure time, nor loitering.
Okay, I'm interested in that Macred bounty. Macred. Where can I find him?
Last tip we got pointed toward the back bays. You want the reward? Do the legwork.
Yeah, why don't you send him Mardette?
Oh, I will. Soon as the chief approves the personnel reorg required for a bounty dispatch. So, in about 3 to 7 weeks.
I see.
You and about 6 other enterprising mavericks. It's only a matter of time before someone brings me McRed's head, or his lucky lighter, as proof of kill. I do hope you're the lucky hunter, though. Good luck and skip speed to you.
I couldn't help but notice the bounty posting on Phineas Wells.
The outlaw scientist fella, right. The board's had it out for him for ages. If you have an inkling of the wheres or what-fors of his location, Udom Bedford would surely like to hear it.
Oh, I was gonna say... Because, yeah, for one, Udom, it seems like he really wants to get to Phineas. And that's probably why he was trying to be so overly nice. And at the same time, I'm pretty sure he's the one impounded my ship to force me to go talk to him. I do, I would like to go through all dialogue, but at the same time, I don't think I'm going to ask questions that I already know. Like, I'm hoping there's not some, like, hidden dialogue options, and I'm not missing too much. But I don't really want to exhaust all dialogue when it's, like, repeated information or stuff that should be pretty obvious. So what's it like working security detail on a space station?
Do I look like your gossipy best friend? While I'm on post, I take my duties real serious. I would have no qualms whatsoever escorting you to a cell. Understand?
Okay. All right. Fine.
Then get to business or get moving.
Yeah, there you go. What's a Mardette?
We're the security force here on Groundbreaker. Started back before the crossing, you know.
Why Mardette and not guard or officer?
The original force was made up of a Marine detachment from the 77th Marine Expeditionary Unit, Trailward Fleet. Folks started calling us Mardettes because it was easier to say. Guess it stuck.
Alright. Oh! Pretty sure that wasn't supposed to happen. Are you security now, Pavardi? Wait, can I can just come back here and look at your terminal? Records. Arrivals. Okay, Cleo Freighter, Rizzo Freighter. Freelancer. Okay. Just Wave, Freelancer. Definitely Sublight, alright. Unreliable, business unknown, impounded. Hawthorne ship, but no Hawthorne. Wonder what happened there. So they know Hawthorne. Alright. Yeah, I guess it would have been a different situation if I said that I was Hawthorne. That makes me curious. Departures. Deadbeat at the Rest and Go insisted once again that he's part of the crew, but they acted like they didn't know him. Space Destroyer's Freighter. Callahan's new mask. Okay. These conditions. This is a joke, right? I'm forwarding this around the station, and no one thinks you're real. And if you are, welcome to Groundbreaker, asshole. Okay. Aren't fit for cysty pigs. You honestly expect me to share a berth with some junker flown by a freelancer? I'm a company man, and I demand company accommodations. Auntie Cleo would give you such a withering glare if she saw how you treated her two-time Employee of the Month. Yes, that is me. You signaled a social contract when you gave me clearance to land. I ask for what is mine by right. Room to breathe, a heated berth so I can walk around barefoot, and service with a smile. You've given me 1 out of 3. I'll give you until I hit send to rectify this error. Don't bother, we're on our way. Hey, I landed like 15 minutes ago, and this crazy guy with no shoes on has been throwing shit at my rig. Like actual shit. Can I open fire or what? Alright. Okay. So I'm not exactly sure how my suit works. It did say it was just automatic. So if I just walk on through here, is this gonna work? Okay, let me just quick save. Okay. Holographic disguise activated. Alright, your holographic shroud has activated, giving you temporary access to this restricted area. Moving drains the shroud's energy. When it runs out, personnel will see you and interrogate you. Talk your way out of the interrogation to reset your shroud. Okay. It will get harder to talk your way out the more you are interrogated. Alright. So... okay. I made an agreement that I would not steal. Oh my god, I can't get anywhere. I can't get anywhere. I have to hack, and I don't have maglocks. And I can't steal. And I can't buy them. How do I get maglocks? I'll have to go back there. We'll figure it out later.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Key-free nuts in it. It's time for a KYO.
Hello?
Rizzo's mock apple cider. A hard cider for a hard life.
What is this? Bell's Shells. Waste disposal. You know what, let's talk to you
Just me?
first.
Or has it been deader than
Because you're
usual?
outside. And you might have maglocks.
The board rep's office used to be in the document.
You know that sound when you've snapped on an injector clip?
Totally.
That's how you know your weapon loves you back. I got a full line of weapon modifications I'd be happy to show you.
You don't got anything I want. There is a lot to go through here. Oh. It's the Moonhead. Martin Callahan.
Sorry about the heat. Chief Tennyson will get the radiators fixed soon. Of course, this heat sure makes a zero-G brew extra refreshing. It's an ale that's good for what ails you. Oh, and it's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice. Taste the freedom. A lot of slogans to keep track of. Sometimes I forget.
You work for Spacer's Choice. Ever been to Edgewater?
Heard of it. My orientation aether wave showed that famous Saltuna cannery, which I'm sure smells as good as it looks.
It's not so bad. They're struggling, but they've got good hearts.
That's true.
Yeah. I hope they're gonna be okay.
That's a Spacer's Choice beer. Take what you have, polish it up, and make the best of it. So, what can I get you? Some soap? Everyone loves soap. Everyone will love you for using it, too.
Gotta ask you about that hat.
I'm bound to satisfy headgear-related inquiries. Please send any complaints to our Consumer Care Headwear Division.
You doing alright in there?
Oh, I'm having a stellar day. Not just because I'm legally obligated to say so. Almost as stellar as a Spacer's Choice is affordable.
Can you see it there?
I can see all of the top quality merchandise in the Spacer's Choice catalog, which is available here at a reasonable price.
How do you brush your teeth?
Spacer's Choice regrets that we don't sell toothpaste at this time, but we're always working on delivering exciting new products to our customers.
Yes, exciting.
Sprat Wash, Mouthwash, and Mantafloss are among the exciting line of dental goods currently in development.
Do you miss eating solid food?
Don't miss out on these deals. You'll find none like them on all of Groundbreaker. Or
How long
anywhere
is this
in the
going to go
Halcyon
on?
Colony.
Do you have to sleep with that on?
Trouble sleeping? Try our Lunar Eclipse mix. That's
I feel
two
like this is gonna
handfuls
go
of
on
pep
forever.
pills washed down with a hearty swig of 2-hour energy brew. The blast will send you through the stratosphere, and the crash will knock you out cold, guaranteed.
Does Spacer's Choice make you wear that?
Add an additional 10% to your purchase today, and the proceeds will be donated to Spacer Cares,
My
our
God.
premier corporate welfare program. At
This is gonna
Spacer's
go on
Choice,
forever.
we care about your health and emotional well-being. That's why we put Martin through 6 years of vendor school, only to make him wear this hat.
Do you need me to help get you out of here?
Even if my contract didn't forbid it, I think it's part of me now. Now, are you ready to make Spacer's Choice Lunar Green Moonmouth lozenges a part of you? Lunar Green, the future is spearmint.
I am addressing the man beneath the mask. Are you okay?
Damn it. No slogan for that one. Look, this hat, my job. It may not seem like much to a brave space captain, but they're all that I have. If there are self-made purgatories, then we all have to live in them. Mine can be no worse than someone else's. Now, if we're done with the chit-chat, I hope you don't mind if I make the most of this short life and try to be the best moon person I can be.
Alright, Moon Man. Would I help if I bought something?
You do that? Gosh, anything to fill my daily quota.
Alright, you got maglocks. Oh, I can buy his hat. Do I want it, though? Lie. Lie +5. Excellent. And you do have maglocks, so there's only 2, though. Alright, hopefully we can find more maglocks somewhere else.
She's already sold out again.
I heard there's been a rash of conveyor.
This has been an official message from
Hello,
our
Vera.
Seeking relief from the heat? Till June Lay gets those radiators fixed, I've got the next best thing.
That's random. I don't suppose you know a way I could get to Stellar Bay on Monarch.
Stellar Bay proper? Tough to say. The board recalled all the nav keys about 10 years back when the corpse pulled back to Terra 2.
Do you know why?
It's overrun with beasts, I heard. Big ones. Kinda chew your face off for fun. Might all be board propaganda, though. If you're aiming to get to Stellar Bay, you're gonna have to get your hands dirty. The board don't like them that truck with Monarch. But I ain't the one you ought to be asking. Try Gladys on the promenade. She'll fix you up.
Okay. All the traders in the system come through here. Heard anything interesting?
Only the usual. Marauders all over space. You ever wonder how folk who can't figure the bleeding edge technology of a spoon can manage to get ships into space?
What's this heat issue I hear people complain about?
The radiators, they're fucked 10 ways to Sunday. And we're all sweating buckets wondering when the powers that be are gonna get around to fixing it.
Sounds like you might have an issue with your thermal control system.
Couldn't say, and I wouldn't be pouring drinks professionally if I could. All I know is we're cooking in our own juices here, and it's only gonna get worse.
Maybe I can do something about that.
That's not for me to say. But if you're feeling the urge toward helpfulness, you can find Chief June Lay in engineering.
What do you know about her?
There's nobody who knows more about the station's guts. Any system you could name, June's crawled around inside and made it better. She doesn't come around here often, though. Don't see her as much of a drinker. Too straight-laced for that.
See.
What ain't I got?
Probably maglocks. No, you don't. You do not have maglocks. That's all I want.
I had a question about your plan, Mr. Wicker.
Of course. The cosmos is generated and directed by the universal equation, also known as the Grand Plan. By contemplating the teleological order of things, one can achieve verity. Oh, right. You had a question?
Never mind. That about answers it.
Waste disposal. What is in waste disposal?
I was wondering what they do with their waste. I guess they just chuck it down here. Where's it all go?
Are we trying to find out?
How about I stay up top? You know, keep watch.
Oh.
Okay?
Rest and go keycard. Alright. Is there more keycards? Are you really gonna stay up there? Nope. Never mind. What we got? Frozen dinner? Any more keycards? Oh, there's something here. What is this? Crumpled instructions. Frankie got a lead on some local salvage. One of the groundbreaker's old hangars was bricked over until someone found it by poking around the stevedore's quarters. Lilia gave us the go-ahead to plant our flag once we clear out the new arrivals. I'm sending you to scout. Look for a loose panel. You can climb on top of their bunks and head towards the back wall. Lilia says we should watch our back. She thinks we're being tailed. In other words, a typical Lilia. So I need to watch for that. I haven't been there yet, though, I don't think. Oh, that looks pretty cool.
I know she's in there, Mfuru. You can't keep me out of there.
Please don't make a scene, Dr. Fenhill.
I am not making a scene.
I've seen this lady. Hello?
I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene?
A little bit.
See, Mfuru? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jessie in the first place.
What's this about your friend?
Let me get one thing straight. Jessie and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay?
Okay.
As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors.
Maybe I can look out on Jessie.
Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed.
Okay. Dr. Mfuru.
Something I can help you with?
Perhaps. Can I buy stock?
Not without dispensation from Chief Junlei, I fear.
Okay.
Supplies are hard to come by out here.
I'd like to see Jessie Doyle.
If only my other patients had so many inquiring after them. I'll tell you what I've told the others. The records say Miss Doyle checked herself in and requested I admit no visitors. The requests of our patients are paramount, so no, you may not see her.
The records say... Have you actually spoken to her yourself?
She's not my patient. I'm certain no one on my staff would falsify patient records, if that's what you're implying.
Okay.
Take care.
Didn't work.
Good luck getting to Jessie. And better luck if you do.
Can I just walk in here? Dr. Wanda
Can't
Dorset?
say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain?
Sure am.
If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service.
Oh, you're... Okay. Let's say exactly what he said. Wheeler told me to tell you to get off his ass about your shipment.
Did he now? The mouth on that man. I swear his late mother'd be ashamed. He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate.
Who's Irion?
Our delivery man. A brave idiot with a penchant for getting himself delayed. Sometimes by dates, usually by bandits.
I could try to find him.
I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws.
Yeah, we're gonna start picking up quests for all over the solar system. Any more named people? Hello, patient's medical chart. Patient experiences unusual side effects post-hibernation after his latest voyage. Complains of longer days and increased boredom, as if time itself is slowing down. I've never seen complications this severe, and I am prescribing a high dosage of stims. While I'm optimistic that I can address the symptoms, the cause still troubles me. I'm going to try reaching out to conveyor crews and some core docks I know on Terra 2 for answers. Update. I've learned that interstellar crews call the condition skip flu, and everyone I ask says they know someone who had it. In extreme cases, they say the person's body and mind break down entirely. Bored medics, few who bother to reply, insist the patient was making it up to shirk their duties. I don't believe my patient is malingering, but how do I prove that when the board won't even review my evidence? Hey, I got that. This is restricted. Okay. Again, quick save. Just to make sure. Yep, okay. We're all good.
Slow day, huh?
Totally, yep. man.
You ever wonder if maybe folks keep doors closed for a reason?
Nope. Bard, huh?
For the last Ratdodon Ruttin time, leave me in peace! You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed, don't you?
Jeez. Ellie sent me.
What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly, lethally contagious. But I'll be fine, so long as I'm left alone.
Open the door before I kick it down.
Should have known she'd send a bruiser after me. Damned if I don't rue the day I saved her scrawny little hide. Inadvertently, I befriended a bloodhound in the process. All right, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems
Okay.
I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
Okay. Hello.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath.
Okay.
You, ain't with the board, are you? See,
Nope.
I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low.
What did you do that got you in trouble?
What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a law-abiding denizen of this ship, I swear.
For some reason, I don't believe you. Yet you think the board had someone follow you and now you're hiding.
Think? No. I recognize a contracted killer when I see one, thank you. In my line of work, that's a skill you develop during week 1, assuming you want to keep breathing. All right, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. I'm a thief. I specialize in particularly high-end and historically valuable items. 3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the blood-tier diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced for the first time in 70 years.
So you stole it.
If I had, you think I'd be hiding out in the med bay? I was gonna steal it, lined up Udom as my buyer. He paid half up front to finance the operation. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond, and it crumbled to stardust in my palm. Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udom's deposit I'd spent.
Okay, Ellie asked me to help you, so that's what I plan to do.
Udom Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me.
Alright, I'll talk to him. I have
Thanks
to
for
talk
helping
to him
me with the
about...
board. You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
Alright. I got a lot to talk to this guy about.
Any word on Jesse?
Yep.
Good luck. The board's got an office on the promenade just before engineering. You can't miss it.
Okay.
I'd go with you to see the board's rep, but I'm not great with soft skills.
Can I, check your computer? Ah, Captain Irion. Need a status update, Irion. I know you boasted about the Cilia shortcut, but could you maybe venture through a pocket of space that isn't infested with pirates? You know, pirates. The ones who love cargo and hate rules. Here in Medbay, we've got blunt tools, watered-down meds, long shifts, and shaky hands. Don't let me down. Staff shortage. I'm at my wit's end coordinating with any authority outside of Groundbreaker. The board won't dispatch a surgeon unless Junlei agrees to share a third of all docking revenue, and Space's Choice won't send supplies unless we make an exclusive deal to use their products. No thank you. I've seen enough shoddy needles breaking off in patients' arms. I need to chat with Junlei about this, but she has problems of her own. Some of us are growing concerned about the cost of Groundbreaker's independence. Let me see. So it's... everything is leading to Junlei and... what's his name? Udom.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
Oh, hello.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled editing for performance-enhancing stills. A tossball first.
Oh. Well, I could take this stuff. Hell yeah. Well, hell yeah. There we go.
For news in the Halcyon colony.
Are you dead? Ephraim Maywood?
Damnable thing about living on a space station. No pigeons to feed. Oh, you can feed the sprats, sure enough. But then the neighbors start moaning about hygiene.
Okay, let's leave him alone. Hello?
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. We used to be the Go and Rest, but folks never knew when to leave. Sorry. Business has been slow. Anything to occupy the time.
Looking for Gladys.
Oh, you can't miss her. Right behind you, number 2. First unit on the left, or second unit from the right, depending on which direction you count from.
Okay. How's life on the Groundbreaker?
Fine, as long as the board keeps its grubby mitts to itself. Chief Tennyson holds the ship together, the Promenade holds our economy together, and Sublight is the shoddy jewel in our rusty old crown.
How does the Groundbreaker keep the board at bay?
Our Chief Tennyson has an independent streak, same as her mother and grandmother who rode this ship on the crossing. There's a reason the board's embassy is a glorified shoebox. While Junlei Tennyson lives and breathes, Groundbreaker remains free.
You mentioned Sublight.
Our local garbage collectors. That Lilia Hagen never met a
okay.
debris field she didn't like. She freely admits she planted her roots in Groundbreaker to escape board oversight. But I think there's more to it. She's unusual in the head, that one.
Do you do business with the Promenade merchants?
Of course. Most of our supplies come and go through merchants. Company ships and salvage runs are the only traffic we tend to get. I try and steer clear of that creepy fellow in the moon mask. If there's a cost to being a company man, he paid it in spades.
Okay. Is this 2? It is. Hello, Spacer.
Hmm?
Oh. What's this?
I've seen you limping a bit. You all right, Mr. Vicar? Need us to slow down?
What are you implying? I am perfectly fit. My knee is just acting up.
There's no shame in being older, Mr. Vicar. Don't worry. The captain and I will take care of it.
I need neither your advice nor your pity, young lady.
Well, okay. What's this? Squatter's Journal. I served on 2 corporate freighters before I got stranded here. Everyone's heard my sob story, but no one's listening. To them, I'm just background radiation. Wasn't my fault the captain decided to take off early. Wasn't my fault no one checked the crew manifest. Wasn't my fault they replaced me with a full-timer. Now I'm filthy, bitless, and bedless. As far as anyone's concerned, I'm Groundbreaker trash. That's how I live, and if no one agrees to take me on as crew, I suppose that's how I'll die.
I'll keep quiet.
You don't have to. It's all... What's back here? Is that it? Nope. Still more. Oh. What is this? Oh! Oh, we're back here. Okay. Alright, you know, before I forget, let's do this level up. What if I get this to 40? What if I put leftovers in stealth? Yeah, I kind of do. I might try to get these at least up to 20, maybe 40 at some point. Yeah, let's do it. Hello. Just a random crew guy.
I'm just in port long enough to get another haul contract.
You don't care that I just entered your room randomly? And I'm gonna use your terminal? Pay to view movies. To diamond-level guests, but feel free to peruse our catalog. Entertainment cartridges are available for rent at the main desk. There are currently 0 cartridges in stock. My big canid friend. Synops, a lab-grown giant canid, goes on an adorable rampage, leading a family of scientists on a wild chase across Emerald Vale. Spending the holiday away from home proves to be a chore, but the family soon realizes that true friends are the monsters you meet along the way. Rated FSR 11 for fun times, simulated rampage, and body count 11. Nanner Spank 7, Primal Affections. Raised by wilderness primals, one man will leave the jungle he knows to explore the one he doesn't. Keystone. He came from Nanner Spank, but he stayed for love. Can a young corporate executive collar this creature, or will she awaken the beast within? Rated PACNS for Passion, Anthropoid. Anthropoid? And consensual nanner spanking. What is this? Cereals. Baking with Edna. In this time-honored culinary classic, Chef Edna gives valuable life lessons while she cooks from the Book of Approved Cakes. Learn to maintain a structured kitchen, obey your head chef, achieve a good sponge, and obey your sous chef. Edna is the boss in her kitchen. Now she can be the boss of yours. Space Hospital. If the walls of Orbital Hospital could talk, they'd shriek with terror. These doctors have seen it all. Zero-G cis Lansing, extraterrestrial teratoma. Next on a very special episode, in order to trap a chem thief, Dr. Margrave must become a serial arsonist. Don't forget to see Space Hospital Nights for steamy suspense. Broderick's Blood. An ordinary colony family daydreams of the extraordinary. While Lucia works in the factory canning processed borscht, her ham-handed husband cooks up schemes to land her big promotion. Will that lovable fool ever learn to be satisfied with what he has? Broderick's Blood is a testament to the less is success family lifestyle. Oh my god. Access guest messages. Can I get hack 25? I just swap this? Yeah. What do we got? Veritas. Be careful. One of the UB's squealers came after you. Want to know what you like to drink, who you talk to, what your temperament's like. Tried to pay me off. I took the bits and told her a pack of lies. Watch your back when you get in. Don't want to find you in the waste disposal. Yeah, okay. To Iceman. Been a while since I heard from you. You're on the long haul out to Dashkova right now. Hope it goes well. I got a space for you and yours to meet when you get back. It's just a storage room, but it's quiet and safer than the bar. Should be able to accommodate most of your folks. No fees or nothing. Just let me buy you a beer. Please stop. We have reviewed your proposal for the 10th time and still do not agree that galactic mushroom is an acceptable flavor for a Rezo beverage. Even if we were to pursue the idea, the samples you sent us were dangerously hallucinogenic. The unopened package alone caused mayhem in our receiving bay. Please don't reach out to us again. Not quite sure what was going on there. Are you about to get upset at me for some reason? Nope.
I hear scary things about Monarch.
Gladys?
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient, or an oven. Just like store-bought.
Oh, fantastic. Phineas sent me. He said you could sell me a nav key to Stellar Bay.
Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. if you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in.
Okay. Ooh, 10,000. Any chance of a discount since Phineas sent me?
Phineas, that old kook. He was quite the dancer back in his prime, did he tell you? Real light on his feet. Real light in the wallet, too. He still owes me a small fortune. Laws. Maybe I should charge you double.
Tell me about this opportunity.
Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms...
No qualms here. Let's hear the details.
Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago.
Ah, yes, Roseway. Why was Roseway abandoned?
Can't say I know for sure. Maybe it never really was.
Sounds like someone poking into somewhere they shouldn't be got into a spot of trouble.
Comm centers don't operate themselves, Captain. Someone had to have sent that distress call manually.
Those corps are cleverer than all get out. Might have been a ruse to keep the rest of the board from sniffing around.
Say no more, I'm in.
You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs.
Abandoned outpost, corporate secrets. Got it.
Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done.
Okay. You're kind of weird. What other jobs do you know about?
Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson, Groundbreaker's chief. She's been trying to get a handle on this heat problem we've got.
Yes, it
You'll
seems
find
like
her
everyone.
fretting in engineering. I'd say she's a sweet girl, but law forfend someone call me a liar.
All right.
Won a charming copper kettle off that girl who runs the pub. She's a fierce arm wrestler, but she's no match for your pal Gladys.
Oh, yay. You have mag picks. Oh. Oh, wow. What's this? Why would I want this? Why would I want that? These... Maybe those will, like, give me missions or something? The old datapad contains incident reports from various Mardet security patrols. Most are details of simple finds and dust-ups between the crews of Wildcat freighters and corporate haulers. 2 entries have been marked for later review. August 7th, responded to a code... Oh, an ID-10T, yes, at the Lost Hope. Vera asked us to bounce a Back Bay rat that got himself soaked in Spectrum Red. Drunken fool got into a scuffle with one engineer, Tennyson's people. We tossed the Rugaleech back down to the bay. His asshole fought us the entire way, telling us we'd be sorry once he controlled the hammer's power. If this is some new Hammersmith marketing stunt, I'm complaining to Sanita. Had another run-in with the Rungaleech from the Lost Hope, but don't know how the uppity piker crawled out of the back bays without us noticing, locked himself into the repair bay off of docking slip 13 and refused to come out, kept raving about the weapon's chaotic beauty and some shit while we were trying to talk him out. Had to break off when our shift ended. All heads gotta come out eventually. This guy's got that hammer's power weapon. Is that stupid to buy? I don't know. Was that also stupid to buy? I don't know. Alright. So that must have been everything there.
CMP near maple syrup. It's near this complete breakfast.
Those ad drones seem very useless. M. Callahan. Who is Callahan? The hat. Ah, that guy, yeah. You made your spacer's choice when you signed the employee contract. I keep telling you that that the hat doesn't fit right. There's something wrong with it. How many people have worn this thing before me? Is this my life now? Because if it is, I'll take it. I'll be your moon man, but there won't be anything left of me to care. To Mama C. Are you okay, honey? Hope you're doing well, Mom. Thought I'd check in. Engineers visit the shop a bunch. I remember when I used to turn a wrench back home on Terra 2. Lilia Hagen over in Sublight told me that I could always pursue a career in salvage if this thing doesn't work out. Please give Dad and the others a hug for me. Mom, it's really great that we can stay in touch like this. Little reminders of home are more important than ever. Enjoy the quality Spacer's Choice goods I sent. You can get ones just like them at home, but I figured you might appreciate me getting the company discount and all. Oh man, so sad. Public notices. The heat. I know it's bad. As the one whose office is closest to our radiators, you can imagine why I want to take 3 showers every day. I hear you. We've got eyes on the problem and hands and tools. It's a mechanical problem with a mechanical solution. In the meantime, enjoy some additional water rations and take breaks. You deserve them. If you're thirsting for cooler air, talk to your closet engineer about spots with favorable circulation. Seeking contractors. Jeez. Seeking ethically flexible spacer with Stellar Bay landing clearance. Payment in exchange for return of legal salvage. Details given upon acceptance of contract. Active warrants. Prior convictions and no questions asked. Our background checks filter out criminal red flags. Plausible deniability is the Sublight way. See Lilia Hagen for details. Warehouse next to the Spratwurst joint. 2nd floor. Loitering on board property is strictly prohibited. Do not delete the Halcyon Holdings corporate office and its environs are for conducting official board business only. Anyone found misusing board property will be fined accordingly. Board property includes, but is not limited to, Halcyon Holdings office here on Groundbreaker, the space directly in front of my desk, the space directly behind my desk, my doorway, my berth, and most importantly, my stairs. Thank you for your cooperation. Udom Bedford. P.S. Please note that the next spacer caught drinking on the stairs outside the embassy may find themselves on the rude side of an airlock. P.P.S. This is the 3rd time I've had to post this message, and I'm sick and tired of it. I will not hesitate to open a board-sanctioned investigation into your behavior, and, when you are caught, punish you accordingly. Felix Millstone. Alright, Felix. I feel like you could just be on the wall and not waste so much energy flying. Yeah, but what do I know? Is this the same terminal? Hack it. No, it's not. What the? Okay. Welcome, Administrator. From Junlei. Anyone seen Private Taylor? Haven't seen him in days. And where are we on that toilet clog? If Chief Guying taught me anything, it's that a crew's morale is proportional to the quality of their outhouse. You can take away a crew's plumbing. You take away a crew's plumbing, you take away their privacy and dignity. So let's get that toilet fixed. Okay. Groundbreaker meetup. Even though it's been nigh on 20 years since our last meetup on Groundbreaker, I was hoping we could get the old gang back together. I understand that things have changed. Some of us are long-range haulers, some of us have gone corporate, some of us are likely dead, and some of us are on Tartarus and not reading this message. But I haven't lost hope. No one responded to my last invite. I hope that means that your schedules are full up with family gatherings and job opportunities. Stay free, freelancers. Convoyer's rights. Hi, I just got off ice from a round trip to Dashkova, 2 years out, 2 years back. Imagine my surprise when we TheeDoubleD and Groundbreaker comms told us our docking was going to be delayed. 1 hour turned into 5, then days went by, and in the end, we spent an entire goddamn week waiting for a berth on this Alright. Waiting for a berth on this lawfuck bolt bucket. And because we were kicking our heels all the time, not one of us got paid. I don't know about you, but I got expenses. A family I don't see often. Debt you wouldn't fucking believe. And even if I'm not working, I still gotta make my payments. Does that seem proper to you? Don't we conveyors have rights? We should do something about this. If you agree, leave a message here, and I'll respond when I get back from Ginseng in 3 years. Iceman out. Conveyor's rights. This message is no longer accessible at your clearance level. Oh. Okay. Searching, searching, searching. This message does not exist. What? Stop looking or else. Message contents empty. Okay. Alright. Public notices. Regarding the food situation. Regarding the food situation. To those of you who have raised concerns about the quality of the groundbreakers vitals. It's not spelt differently. Yes, I'm aware the promenade stinks. Allow me to put the matters to rest. Our ancestors didn't rise from humble beginnings on a diet of spratwurst and borst. But that's the reality of life up here. If you can salt it, can it, or zip it up in a pouch, then we're not picky about calling it food. Spacers make do with what they have, and what we have is smelly meat, lots of salt, and 11 kinds of mustard, last time I counted. Try and enjoy it. Ship impounded? This is a general notice about our impound policies. If the board impounded your ship, take it up with the board. Their embassy is the Ghani building opposite Sublight's warehouse. Send them your questions, outstanding fees, and hate mail, especially hate mail. If Groundbreaker impounded you, pay your damn fees, and don't bother my people. JT. Looking for work? Urgently looking for a new crew to sign on with. I've been stuck in Halcyon for almost a year now. Don't know what's up in my new posting. Never had to wait this long to get on another freighter. I'd planned to take one of the rare long hauls back to Earth, but I haven't been able to find any, and even the shorter skips to the inner world seem rarer than the outer world routes these days. If anyone has any information about upcoming work, please post it here. Down on my luck. Hey, so here's my story. My ship limped into Groundbreaker in a rough state. We couldn't make the repair fees, the docking fees, refueling, or the fees for not being able to pay our fees. So I'm kind of stuck here now. Then they took my ship and sold it off as scrap. Now my credit is shot to hell, and corporate freighters won't hire me on. I'm hoping someone with a bunk to spare and places to go is feeling charitable. Thanks for listening. This notice has been posted 56 times in 632 days. Maybe that's the squatter. Alright. What do we got? Halcyon.
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Oh.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
These stairs are board property. Disperse now, or I'll detain you for trespassing.
Oh, real scary. You're really gonna arrest us on our station?
Have you seen this man?
Yeah, this is
Reward
Chief
offered for
Julian.
information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings
Auntie's
to the
Kitchen.
local port embassy.
Hello, Greasy.
Hearty greeting, potential customer. Welcome to Auntie's Kitchen, a home-style consumable protein dispensary. May this unit dispense proteins for your ingestion.
Possibly. Are you just a glorified vending machine?
This unit is programmed to simulate shock at such assertions. Shock simulation non-functional. A trouble ticket has been filed.
Let me take a look at that. Maybe I can fix it.
Shock simulation restored. Initiating shocked subroutine. How dare you? Shock subroutine complete. Estimated guilt level of customer increased by 35%. Resuming protein dispensation protocol. May this unit dispense proteins for your ingestion.
Possibly.
Beginning dispensing sequence. Please unblock all relevant facial protein ingestion tubes.
Okay. Oh, you have a nice hat. Two-handed melee. Wouldn't it make more sense for one-handed? Where does this go? Ike's Armory. Hello. It's a
You
bike.
look like someone who's taken their share of cuts and bruises. Need some armor. Maybe it's a bit secondhand, but that's only a testament to its durability. We also have a line of specialized melee weapons, for those times you have to repel boarders but don't want to risk a bullet through the hull.
Tell me about your wares.
Everything I sell is fresh from the forge. Technically, the metal formed billions of years ago, but it's freshly in this shape.
Are you a spacer yourself?
Not me, but it's in my blood. After the crossing, my family worked Eridanos, indentured to the corporations.
They did what after the what?
Not from around here, are ya? After leaving Earth, they worked a local gas giant from a floating refinery. Dangerous work. I was born into corporate labor, but I'm the first one of my family to buy my way out. That's why I settled on Groundbreaker. It's the last bastion of freedom.
Alright, let's see what you got. And I don't think I want to buy any like weapons or armor unless they're unique items. Spratwurst. Ew. Hello. Ethel.
If you're hungry, you've come to the right place. I've got a fresh ground batch of spratwurst cooking. They're terra-fried to lock in the juices. How about a grinder's dozen?
What's spratwurst exactly?
You know what sprats are? Space rats. The laboratories of Spacer's Choice found a use for this limitless frontier resource. Sprat meat is plenty tasty when properly prepared. We grind them up in sausages, then terra-fry them in their own juices.
Yummy. Is spratwurst like borstwurst? I've seen that a lot.
Absolutely not. Spratwurst and all related terms are registered trademarks of Spacer's Choice. Boar, the other meat, is a registered trademark of C&P. Everyone knows our company and theirs are nothing alike.
Right. What does terra-fry mean?
Terra-frying is a Spacer's Choice brand secret. A mix of 13 herbs and spices, plus a dash of modern chemistry.
Is spratwurst your own invention?
Legally? No. The terra-frying method was developed and marketed by Spacer's Choice. Between you, me, and this grinder, I've been through lean times. If there's one thing you learn on tramp freighters, it's how to make near anything edible. Might be that this old space hand put a few words in the right ears, and could be that Spacer's Choice liked sticking it to C&P by R&Ding our own special meat. Just as well, near about time for me to go check on the trap. I mean, to unload another crate of farm-fresh sprats.
Right. Okay. We got here Sublight. Oh, man. So, alright. I think I'm going to call it here. I'm going to get a feel for this because I do want to, at least right now, I do want to talk to everyone. I want to really go through and exhaust all the dialogue. I want to go through the computer messages. I want to just go through everything. Everything that the game has to offer. I don't want to like try to skip anything. I know a lot of people would. I know a lot of people just cut this stuff out and just have all action, just like important dialogue, like main story dialogue. But I'm kind of thinking just to have, maybe there'll be episodes like this to where it'll just be all talking, because this was basically it. I mean, this was long. I mean, this was, so far, my longest recording session, and it was like all dialogue. So I don't know. I guess I'll get a feel for it. As of right now, I want to keep it in. I want to go through everything. So, and hopefully, other people will also want to see that. For now, that's how it's going to be. Maybe it'll change for later.
I shall await your signal.
Okay. Thanks, Vicar. I mean, I enjoy the dialogue. I want to go through everything. I feel like it sucks when like developers create all this dialogue and all these like terminal messages and stuff like that, and then probably like 90% of people just skip right over it. I don't really want to do that. But anyways, that'll be enough for this episode. If you got complaints or opinions on the matter, vent it out. Otherwise, thanks for hanging out, everyone. Cheers.